Hey y'all, this is my first YouTube channel, my first YouTube uh, video, not my first YouTube experience. My husband's a YouTuber as well. But I'm gonna be doing a little bit about the ketogenic diet. My YouTube channel name is Nurse K, so that's what y'all are gonna know me by. Just a few disclaimers before we get started. I don't want any food critics, saying, hey, you don't need to do it like this, you don't need to do it like that. I don't want any negative comments about, the way I look or the way I'm doing anything, because this is not a Keto 101 video. This is not going to be that kind of series. It's not going to be how to do keto or what to do or what not to do. This is, no offense, but this is for me. This is to hold myself accountable for what I'm putting into my body and to see my progress in a year. So a little bit about me. I'm 24 years old and married. We've been married for about 7 months now. He's wonderful. If you, any guys out there, any ladies, if your husband's like cars or motorcycles or video games, he's a YouTuber as well. Snowdrift. He's really great and he's really gotten me into this. So, we live in a small town in Tennessee. We have an 8-month-old, 100-pound Australian Shepherd. Y'all probably thought I was going to be talking about a baby till I got to the 100-pound part. And he's fantastic. His name's Axel, so you'll hear me talk about him a little bit. This channel is probably not going to be just about a diet, because just like the YouTube handle says, I am a nurse. I'm an ICU nurse. I've been a nurse for 3 years. And the job is stressful. It's really stressful. It puts a lot of weight on you as a person. It puts a lot of strain on your family because, you have to miss holidays. We just got through the Christmas holidays and I had to work the whole day of Christmas, which, I would rather, be helping somebody than not. But you're going to hear me talk about some personal problems on this channel. Not just weight problems. It could be problems at work. It could be personal, emotional issues that I'm having at the time. It could be just anything. So this channel is going to be about my life, but about my life with the keto diet. So, what is ketosis? So, the easiest way that I can put it is whenever you eat something that's really high in carbs, your body produces glucose and insulin. So the glucose part is used for energy, okay? The insulin breaks down that glucose. Well, if you have too much glucose, it's stored, so that builds up into fat. The whole part of putting yourself into ketosis is you eat fat to burn fat. You don't eat carbs that break down into glucose. So that's that key point that you really got to understand. If you eat things that are high in fat, like cheeses or pepperonis or eggs, bacon, sausage, that kind of thing, which are definitely some keto staples, just let me tell you. That is kind of what I stick to, like the first 3 days of keto is like breakfast food. But if you stick to things that are high in fat, which this is a high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet, you will see results. You will have success, but you have to stick to it. You really do. So whenever you do the ketogenic diet, you have what you call macros, which are 3 major groups. You have your fats, which are 70% of your daily caloric intake, and then you have your proteins, which for me is 25%. You can vary it however you want, however many calories you want to consume in a day. And then for me, my carbs are 5%. You want to keep those extremely low. So for me, 70% of my 1,200 calorie a day goal is toward fats. So that's 94 grams of fats for me. 25% of my protein is 76 grams. So you think about it, it really is quite a bit. a lot of it that gets people is the calories. So, the daily calorie intake for an average American citizen is like 2,000 to 2,500 calories. But that's a lot of food. I mean, it really is. If you count up your calories in a day, I can almost guarantee you I've probably consumed about that much and I haven't had dinner yet. So, which I haven't started the keto diet, so I'm not really eating low carb friendly things. So, but back to what I was saying. 5% of those 1,200 calories a day is going to come from carbs, which would be 15 grams of carbs. Now, I'm about to cause some controversy, so just hold on to your seats here, people. A lot of people that do the keto diet say count your total carbs. So, that's like, for instance, these Cheetos right here. So it says that the total carbs are 15 grams for about 21 pieces. I cannot stress the importance of reading what the serving size is, because you could eat twice as much than what you're meaning to, and you've blown your carbs for the whole day. So please, 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 if you get anything from my videos, read the serving size. Trust me, it will save you tons. But so for 21 pieces of Cheetos, there's 15 carbs. Now, people who count total carbs, that's what they do. That's the bottom line. That's it. 15 carbs. For me, which this sounds so funny now that I say it out loud. People like me that count net carbs, you subtract any kind of dietary fiber or sugar alcohols. There's only 1 gram of dietary fiber in 21 pieces of Cheetos. So technically 15 minus 1 is 14 grams of carbs. So to me, that's how many carbs I would have. Now that 1 gram, it don't make a hill of beans, but for something else, like if you wanted a little bit of white rice with your grilled pork chops or something like that for dinner, it would make a little bit more difference, because having a fourth a cup of rice versus a tablespoon, you got to know how many net carbs are in that. For me, maybe y'all do you how you want to do you. So but I also have some other things here that I was going to show y'all how to read some labels just real quickly. So like these little jerky sticks. Oh, it's backwards, but anyway, that's alright. These little jerky sticks, I love these. I shop at Aldi for all my stuff because I buy so many things. So I shop at Aldi for all this stuff, so that's why it's like an off-brand type thing. So on the back of this, it says serving size, 4 sticks. Okay. Total fat is 13 grams. That's awesome. Like, that is fantastic in a snack. Now, granted, I'm probably not going to have 4 sticks of these for a snack. I may have 2. So you cut that in half, I feel like I'm teaching math. I'm so sorry. Y'all are probably like, yeah, we know that. Sorry. Sorry about that. But there's 13 grams in 4 sticks. Total carbs for 4 sticks is 2 grams. Now, it has no dietary fiber and no sugar alcohols. But actually, if you look, this is what screwed me up the first time I did keto. There is sugars, which is blurry, so you can't really see it. But it just says straight up sugars. Do not count that off. If you're going to do net carbs, do not count that off. Only if it says sugar alcohols, then you can subtract it. Because sugar and sugar alcohol, they burn differently in the body. I'm not going to get into it. We'd be here all day. So, just only count off sugar alcohols, okay? So, 2 carbs for 4 sticks and 13 grams of fat. That's a fantastic snack. So I cannot stress enough, if you're going to do this, and you're going to go hardcore and strict with it like I'm going to do, read the labels. Read the labels on everything. Drinks, everything. So here's another example that I have It is a pack of gum. So, for one stick, one of these tiny little sticks in here, there is no fat, but it says there is 1 carb per stick. But it also says there's 1 gram of sugar alcohol. So technically, net carb wise, there's no carbs. So that's great. But it's crazy because there's hidden carbs in everything. You really have to be careful whenever you start this diet, because carbs just come out of the woodwork. I'm not even kidding. They're everywhere. Like one evening, I was cooking dinner, not even doing keto, and I was cooking dinner and I was looking at some seasoning, like the seasoning packets that you buy. I was looking at that and I was like, oh my gosh, there's 6 carbs in this pack of seasoning, and like no dietary fiber to subtract, no sugar alcohols to subtract, nothing. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I mean, if you disperse that up between 6 pork chops, it's a gram of carbs per pork chop. So it just shocked me, was all. I just had to share that with you. So previously I have done the ketogenic diet. I did it from January 1st of 2017 to about May 25th, 26th-ish of 2017, because I got married May 27th. So for 5.5, close to 6 months, I did the keto diet. I was very strict about it. Excuse me. Had the hiccup right there. But I was very strict about it, and I lost 33 pounds in almost 6 months, and that was huge for me because I have such a hard time losing weight. I've done a lot of stuff. I have went to the gym. I have drank more water. I have cut back on my sweet and my chocolate and my sugar, and just a mixture of everything. And I've tried it all at once. I've tried it a little bit at a time. There for a little bit, I was even going to CrossFit. Thoroughly enjoyed the workouts. Didn't lose any weight. Didn't lose any inches. But I mean, it was a really great workout. But keto is really the way to go for me. And I don't know if it's because it's more of like an all or nothing, or if it's because I feel better. And so ultimately the goal is to feel better for me. The first goal is obviously to lose weight and to fit in a smaller pant size. But the second goal is always to feel better. To just be able to have more stamina and more, what's the word?
Stamina and gusto? No, that's not it. I'm at a total loss for words right now.
Stamina and, I want to be able to, I guess, just have more energy. That's just, the total gist of it. Just have more energy for work and for my husband and for my dog and for my family. And whenever I lost all that weight the first time with keto, I felt amazing. I felt wonderful. And, my husband tells me every day, he's fantastic. Y'all are going to hear me talk about him a lot. He's fantastic. He tells me every day that I'm beautiful, or, that I look good in this, even whenever I feel like a beached whale. And so it means the world to me that he is just that constant confidence builder in my life, because I've never had a lot of body confidence. I've never had a lot of personal confidence. I know I'm smart. I know I'm okay looking. Could look worse, could look better. That kind of thing. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm nice, but I always have that self-doubt. Always have. I probably always will. But he's that constant confidence builder in my life, and it just means the world to me. But I'm hoping that after this keto journey, that he won't have to constantly keep building me up, because I'll feel better about myself and the way I look as a person. So, now that I've kind of explained just the basis of all this to you, I want to explain or tell you about what this YouTube series is going to be about. So this YouTube series, good Lord's willing, and the creek don't rise, that's what Southerners say quite a lot, I'm hoping that I can make a video every week for you guys and show my progress. So starting today, I'm actually going to start keto January 1st. It's the 30th. I'm making this video. I want to show my progress every week, and I'm going to do strict keto for a year. And my goal is to lose 60 pounds in that year. And we're gonna do my weight, we're gonna do my measurements, we're gonna do all that here in just a minute. But that's what I want. I want to lose that 60 pounds in a year. People think I'm crazy, first of all, because they don't believe I'll weigh as much as I do whenever I tell them. But I feel it. I feel like I weigh that much, and I'm ready to not feel like that. So, the idea is to give y'all 52 videos of weekly recaps, I guess you could say, just weekly recaps of, well, this is what I did, I come in Monday and, work was like this, and, I just needed a little bite of chocolate, that kind of thing. Friday I went out with the family, and, I was really tempted to eat that bloomin' onion at Outback, but I didn't. I was so proud, that kind of thing. Just to share this journey with people, and to, like I said in the beginning of the video, to really hold myself accountable for setting a goal and making it. Because whenever I did keto the first time, I set a goal. I said, I want to lose 40 pounds by my wedding. And I come just a little bit shy, 7 pounds shy. But, I still feel great. Looked great on my wedding day. I just want to exceed that in this next year and be 60 pounds lighter. So, if you like the videos, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to start putting together a Nurse K Instagram account, and I'll try to upload like daily photos of stuff I'm eating that day. Here and there I may do like a full day of eating on keto. I may do like a 3-day fast if I hit a stall, but we'll get to those. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that definitely later in the series, because the first 3 to 5 days of keto, I feel like crap. If you look up keto, one of the things that they talk about mainly is the keto flu. You have fatigue, you have head fogginess, you have a lot of, you just feel like crap. You really do. So that's what I said the last time I did it. If I can make it past the first 3 days, I've got it whooped. I can do it. But I've never said I'm going to do it for a year and lose 60 pounds. So this is going to be, a challenge. It's going to be hard. It's probably going to be a little difficult because my family dynamics are really, really odd. Just because my sister, I have 2 older sisters, and they're so much older than I am, 13 and 15 years older than I am, that it's almost like I have 3 mamas and not just 1 and 2 sisters. And so the last time I was on the keto diet, they felt the need to not invite my husband and I to eat anywhere with them because they felt like I couldn't eat the food they were eating. But that's not the case. That is not the case, y'all. If you do this and you want to go out with your family, your friends, go out with them. It is not a restraint put on your life. It's not. It's one of those, for example, we go out to the Mexican restaurant, the local Mexican restaurant, and I'll get an order of grilled steak and a little bit of cheese dip, and that's what I eat. I might have 2 or 3 chips. but it's not like I can't go and enjoy people's company, just like you can't not go with your friends. Hey, we're going out to Outback. Well, I would really want a baked potato if we went out. Yeah, you might want that baked potato, but do you want to lose a couple pounds? I mean, you just have to have that willpower. And that is something I cannot stress almost as much as reading the serving size on the food labels. You got to have willpower for this diet. You really do. And what I'm hoping is that in 6 months I can say, well, this isn't just a diet for me anymore. This is a lifestyle change. Because, the first 6 months, I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to be a little on edge, I guess, because I'm not getting to eat, my favorite chocolate bar, or all the rice at the Mexican restaurant, or French fries, or anything like that. But there's so many substitutes that you can make, that you can create, that may not be the same as that rice, but I'm promising you it is just as good. And I'll try to upload some cooking videos. I'm no Paula Deen, y'all. I'm no pioneer woman, but I try my best. I do my best. My husband don't complain too much, I guess. So, but if it's any grilling, most of the time he takes care of that for me. But y'all are gonna see a lot of videos come out. Like I said, one every week. Part of one might be a full day of eating, and then the other part be a little recipe I give you, or just a recap of my week. Whatever happens to me that week, I'm gonna tell you about, and then we're gonna do that weigh-in that week. But I'm not. What I got into last time I did keto, which was a huge mistake for me, I became obsessed with the number on the scale, and you can't do that. You cannot become obsessed with that number on the scale, because there was 2 weeks where I didn't lose any weight. I might have lost a pound here, a pound there, fluctuated 2 pounds up, fluctuated 2 pounds down, but my clothes were fitting better. So you can't always go by the number on the scale. So that's why whenever I did start weighing myself every day the last time I did keto, I just fell apart. I feel like I fell apart a little bit, because I didn't see that drastic change anymore. First week I lost 5 pounds. Second week I lost another 5 pounds. And, it just really distressed me whenever I went those 2 weeks and didn't lose nothing. And this time around, I'm only weighing myself whenever I make a video. That's it. So whenever y'all see my weight change, that's whenever I'm going to see my weight change. I'm not going to sneak in here and weigh myself behind closed doors. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, whenever y'all see it, that's whenever I'm going to see it. That way, if I lose 5 pounds, my shock is genuine. Or if I go up 2 pounds, my disappointment is going to be genuine, because I just, I'm really determined to do this and put forth this effort and this time. And God bless my husband, because the first week I'm always real cranky because I do without carbs. But I have so much drive to do it, and do it right, do it strictly, so that way I can lose these 60 pounds and I can feel a lot better and be a lot better for everybody, for him, for Axel, the dog, for my family, for our future family, now way down the road future family, not anytime soon. But that's the main reason. So we're going to get to the measurements. We're going to weigh me, see how much I weigh. Y'all probably be just as shocked as I am, because I haven't weighed myself in a couple of days. We'll see where I start at, because the goal is ultimately I want to get down to 160. So whatever my weight is, to get to 160, that's going to be the goal. So let's get started. Okay, so we're about to get my measurements and everything, and I meant to tell y'all that you're probably going to see me in clothes a little bit like this during, throughout the keto journey, just to give myself like a reference of how my clothes are fitting week to week kind of thing, which is super important. You want to know the progress. And this is Axel. He's just sitting here posing for the camera with Mama. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure my neck, the circumference of my neck, my left arm, left thigh, right thigh, my bust area, and my waist. Now, because I don't like to have any kind of indecency, you're not going to see much. So, sorry, guys. 13 inches for my neck, guys. And honestly, I'm probably not going to measure myself every week. It's probably going to be like once every 2 or 3 weeks. But I am going to jot these down just so we know what I'm doing. Okay, so left arm circumference.
13 inches.
Okay.
Same as your neck.
13 inches. So y'all are getting to see a little bit of the belly here. So imagine in a year this is going to be gone. 13 inches for the left arm.
13 and a quarter for the right.
Okay.
So your right arm's a little bit bigger, which is natural, I guess.
So
But
13 inches for the left arm, 13.25 inches for the right arm. So we're going to do the left thigh. Sorry guys, not taking off my leggings for this. 25 and a half for the right thigh, 25 and a half for both of those. For both my thighs, 25 and a half. Okay, so 45 inches for my bust area. Now we're going to do at my belly button, which is 47. So, totals for measurements, since we just kind of ran through that. My neck was 13 inches, left arm was 13 inches, right arm was 13 and a half. My left thigh was 25 and a half, and so was my right thigh. So, I mean, those aren't unproportioned, which is great. My bust area, so across my chest here was 45 inches, and across my waist around my belly button was 47 inches. That roughly puts me at like a size 16 in pants, which I'm not gonna lie to y'all at all. I don't wear jeans because they're not comfortable, because I have such a muffin top. So, you know, it's a lot of leggings in the winter season for sure. But hopefully that's gonna change pretty soon. Puffer? Gotta get Mama's weight. That's the last thing. Alright, so I just got off the scale. A little disappointed, but I kind of knew after the Christmas holidays that, you know, it wasn't going to be what I thought it was, but 227.6, y'all. That's a lot. And quite a lot. So, if my goal is 160, I want to lose 67 pounds in a year. So, I appreciate y'all watching this. If you, like I said, if you found it interesting, if you want to subscribe. If you want to give it a thumbs up, do that. I mean, if you just feel the need to give it a thumbs down, you can do that too, but it's up to you guys. Thank you so much for tagging along on this journey. Like I said, a lot of Southerners say, good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. I'll see you next time. Hey, Papa. Oh, come here. Say hi to the people. Yes. Yes, say hi to the people.